Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
1-3 no limit.
Yep. Villain under the gun, limp three. Villain two, under the gun plus one, comes along for three as well. And then I'm in the hijack with two black threes, 1,200 effective stack, and I limp as well. Do you mind the limp, or would you rather raise there?
So 2 limps and you're in the hijack with threes?
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, what are the stacks?
I'm 1,200 effective. To be honest with you, I can't remember the limper stacks because they're not even going to be really involved in the hand off the top of my head, but I'm 1,200 effective. I can't remember the original limpers.
Do you know what effective means? And I'm not trying to be a dick, but yeah,
Well,
effective
I
means the smallest stack that's in the hand, right? So that's what effective means. So if
then
you
I do stand corrected. I'm
okay,
definitely not.
yeah, but okay, no, I no. In general, it's interesting. I tend to over limp, or what I tell people is that they should over limp when two people. It's probably pretty close. I mean, especially small pocket pairs, man. But usually when two people have limped in before me and you're playing in a live mid or low stakes game, then I will default to basically raising over those limps with my early position raising range. So,
Okay.
and then I would over limp everything else that's playable. Suited
Okay.
connectors, maybe gap suited connectors. So yeah, I would probably limp here. And I would
All right.
probably ISO one person. So you limp.
Yep. I limp,
Okay.
and then villain three on the button. The stack is roughly 700.
Okay.
He's an ABC tag.
Yep.
He raises at 26.
Okay.
The blinds fold.
Okay.
The original limper under the gun, he calls at 26.
Okay.
Villain two folds,
Okay.
and then we come along for the 26 as well.
All right.
So the pot's about 85. The flop comes seven of hearts, six of hearts, three of diamonds. Villain one, he checks, and we actually lead out for 55. What are your thoughts on that?
Um, I mean, it's okay. I mean, obviously you can go for a check raise here too. I think it's a little bit different than when let's say that like maybe you had called like in the blind and let's say for example, you know, couple, many people had limped in and then the pre-flop raiser basically raised from the button and you called in the big blind and like four people called. And the preflop raiser's in late position, like sort of last to act like here, but you're up front with a bunch of people in the middle. That's when I really like
Right.
to lead out into multi-way pots because at that point the preflop raiser might check through, but you don't want to check raise the preflop raiser and get people out that might call in between. When it's like this, when it's three-handed and you're to the immediate right of the preflop raiser, it's probably not that big of a deal because the other guy that's in the hand is going to act first. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if the preflop raiser bets, the other guy has a chance to act. It's not like you're going to check raise and drive him out. So that's sort of like the difference, and that's what I look at when I think about leading out into multi-way fields is like, where's the preflop raiser in relation to everybody else that's in the hand? And if there are people in between, then I might lead out to try to get value now because if I check raise, those people are going to get driven out. But I don't think it's that bad, really, because I mean he's not going to fold an overpair. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Yep. Not a problem. All right. So yeah, we lead out for the 55, and then the villain on the button calls at 55,
okay,
and then the original limper folds. So we're heads up, and we're going to the turn. The pot's 195. The turn's the king of spades, and we lead out for 125. Villain goes into the tank for about 10 seconds, and then he calls.
all right. So
The Go
I
ahead.
mean, here's the thing. Like, I mean, it's not like the button's going to fold out. It probably shouldn't fold out given this line. Like, if I was on the button, it's not like I'm going to fold out a pair of like eights plus. Like, say the bottom of my raising range pre there might be eights or nines with those many people limping in. Say I've got nines plus, right? And I'm on the button. I would raise those hands, right? It's our early position raise. if you bet and then bet, of course I'm going to call. So it's pretty, I mean, he can easily have a pair here. You know what I mean? I don't
Right.
know if guys probably should fold ace king without a heart in it
On the
on the
flop.
flop with a guy behind
Right.
him. So he really should have something here. He
Right.
himself, I guess, could have hearts, but it looks like the pot now is what, 450, something like that?
Yeah, 450.
Okay. So we'll go to the river. Yep.
Yeah, we're going to the river. He has roughly like 500 behind, and the river's the queen of spades. What bet size do you take here?
That's interesting. I mean, here's the thing, like at this level, the thing is that I don't know if you see if you were to like move all in here, I don't know if at this level like players are gonna like hero you down with like nines, tens, jacks, something like that, because
Right.
even though it's all the same hands really with what you're
Mhm.
representing, which is basically a polarized hand, right? I mean, if he's got jacks or he has aces in this spot, it's almost the same thing. To be honest with you, like in terms of hand strength, but I don't know if 1-3 players know that. So
Mhm.
occasionally you might want to exploitably size down just because you could get a crying call from ace queen, ace queen of hearts, you could get a crying call from jacks or tens. Um,
Okay.
in theory, I mean, if you want to look polarized, yeah, usually big sizing is good, but I just don't know. I
They're
mean,
not thinking like that,
I don't
so
know. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to call with like nines through jacks. So, I mean, with the pot being 450, he's got 500 left. I might bet like maybe half the pot, 225, something like that.
all right. I went 175, and he actually jams the 500 over the top.
You went 175. Okay. 175. And then the button jams for 500.
Yep. Yep.
So pot is, let's see here, the pot is 800 and it's 325 for you to call. Is that right? Something like that?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Uh, 800. No, no, it's actually more than that. I'm sorry. It's 175 plus 175, 300, 800. Uh, excuse me, 575. It's 1,075, 300 for you to call. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it would seem like he should have you beat here, but I can't. I told you. I mean, I just can't make these folds at this level. Getting 3 to
Right.
1 or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe
I
he
mean,
has got ace king or aces or something like that, and he just thinks he's
that's
good. It's just
that was exactly my thought
yeah,
process. He could be spazzing with aces, or maybe even have king queen of hearts, and
yeah.
just
But I
think
mean,
he's
that's
good
only one
here.
combo. But yeah,
Right. Well, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And so yeah, we called. He had kings, but I was just trying to see if somehow, I don't know, if just given the line or any other plays you can make, if we can make the fold or not. But
I
like
mean,
you said, I bet. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, listen. This is where obviously, I've talked about how old school crush side poker. Some people give it shit about like bet folding for value on certain hands. Like the theory behind this is that like you have one of the strongest hands that you possibly can have. So if you're folding this hand, you're very exploitable, or you're folding like everything. Um,
Right.
but on the flip side
If
of
they're not
that,
exploiting you.
on the flip side of that,
Right.
like you can make some very very strong absolute hand. You can actually lay down some very very strong absolute hands.
Right. Yeah, because they're
Because
not
people
exploiting,
aren't, yeah, and river aggression, people just you can
especially at this
definitely,
level.
yeah, you can definitely overfold to a lot of river aggression in live no limit, whether that's through a raise on the river or a check raise on the river.
Right.
And that's even hell, that's even through to like the highest levels. I mean, I played a session at 10:20 40 last night at Commerce. We're recording this on Sunday just before tax day. And every time somebody showed aggression on the river, right? This is the biggest game in LA at that time on that day. Every time someone showed aggression on the river, they had it. Every single time. Now, obviously, that's a small sample, but I'm just saying. You can
Right.
definitely overfold. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA200. Click on the link right there.